job using the singular of dice.
Mm-hmm.
We're cool like that.
Mm-hmm. I know words.
Why?
No words and stuff. I'm cool. All right, Rob, do you want to do like a actual intro this time? Like, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in, blah, blah, blah.
I can. Hopefully with less technical hiccups. I'm losing Leia in the background.
Do you say that even if there's no one tuning in?
Yes, people might be tuning in later. Come on.
Okay. I have faith.
Selling us short.
I'm turning this on, just so we know.
Are you? Now?
It's 7:59.
Is it?
It's too late. It's happening.
I'm getting nervous.
Now's the time to freak out.
I am.
All right, Jamie, check it out.
I'm checking. Hold on.
It says we're live.
You got to give it about 10 seconds to clear the. Yep, we are live.
We're happening. I wish I could see how many people are on.
There are 4 of us.
Oh. Wow.
Wait, is that including you or not?
Someone's funny.
Uh-oh.
Boop, boop, boop. Welcome to the chat room. Mute. This says we have 113 total views. That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty cool.
All right. So, it is 8 o'clock. All right. Hi, everybody who's out there watching. It's Rob and Jameson from Chits and Bits. We are here with Kate and Meaghan, who are our hospital reps for the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital. So, say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
It's going to be one of those. We asked these guys to be on with us so that we could talk a little bit about how Extra Life benefits the hospital, what it means to them, and what they're looking for in the future and upcoming for either this year, next year, or the further future to help out the hospital. So, Jameson, who is still drinking, is going to no, he is going to ask a couple of questions. We're going to get some answers from Kate and Meaghan just to find out who they are, what their roles are at the hospital, and then we'll get into a little bit more of the nitty-gritty fun stuff. We have a couple of bonus questions that they don't know about yet, so get that out there. Get a little nervous.
We do? I'm a little nervous.
Exactly. We're going to do hot seat later. So,
well, all right. Why don't we start off with a couple introductions? Kate and Meaghan. Kate, why don't you go first? Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your history with Extra Life and Barbara Bush Children's Hospital, if you don't mind.
Sure. So I have worked at the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital for coming up on 4 years now. I have the great privilege of working with all of our Children's Miracle Network partners and programs to raise money for our local children's hospital, and there's nothing I'd rather spend my day doing. I love it very much. And Extra Life, I think we're on our 6th or 7th year now with Extra Life, but at the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital, only in the past probably 4 years, we've really started to make an effort to reach out to our local gamers and get them involved, and it has grown exponentially in that time. But definitely a new world for me. I've learned a lot, and I've been reintroduced to a lot of the games that I played as a kid and a lot of new games, and it's been a blast. It is one of my very, very favorite programs to work on for work every day. So.
Excellent. How about you, Meaghan?
Yeah, I have been at the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital about 3 years, so a little, not quite as long as Kate anyway. And I guess this past year was my second Extra Life, and it is I don't know. It is, like Kate said, it's one of my most favorite programs. I just love the energy and enthusiasm that comes with it. So, and it just is open to a lot of different games, playing at home in groups. You know, there's just all kinds of ways to get involved. So, it's a lot of fun.
Cool. Well, that's part of the reason we like Extra Life as well. It's a very flexible program. You really can do what you want to do. There's no set day. There's no set game to play. There's no real commitment other than, just play some games, do it for the kids. So, yeah, we'll move on to a couple more questions for you guys. Let's start with, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital, the community it services, and kind of, what it means to the southern Maine area?
Megan, do you want? I'll take that one.
Go for it.
No fighting.
So the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital is inside of Maine Medical Center in Portland, Maine. So we serve, though, pretty much all of southern Maine, so south of Bangor, and a couple of counties within New Hampshire as well, sort of the easternmost counties in New Hampshire. That's basically our footprint. But we are the only children's hospital in the state of Maine, certified children's hospital. So obviously other hospitals within the state are able to treat children, but we have more of the specialists in the state, some of the only specialists in the state in certain areas within the hospital, and level 3 NICU, so we can care for the teeniest, tiniest babies in the state. So we serve the entire state of Maine, even though our fundraising territory for Extra Life and other programs that we do is technically south of Bangor, if that makes sense. So the Children's Hospital is sort of embedded within Maine Medical Center and cares for we see about 98,000 patient visits a year. And that includes kids that come in physically into the walls of the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital within Maine Medical Center, but also the kids who are treated at a variety of outpatient specialty clinics as well. So we have some clinics around the state where we're caring for a lot of children who don't necessarily need to come all the way down to Portland. But 98,000 a year, which is, when you consider the state of Maine and the population here being, just over 1 million people, that's a pretty significant portion of the population that are cared for at our children's hospital.
Absolutely. I didn't even realize that there were those kind of clinics out there that you guys supported. That's pretty awesome.
It is awesome. Some of the areas specifically, we have a cystic fibrosis clinic. The Maine Children's Cancer Program is one of our specialty clinics. It's an outpatient oncology clinic in Scarborough. So any children who are well enough to be outpatient during their cancer treatments will go there, and then any kids who need to be inpatient during their treatment will be within the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital at Maine Med.
Yeah,
Excellent.
and our pediatric endocrinology and diabetes program was recently recognized as one of the best in the country too. So that's another area specialty.
Nice. And Rob and I were lucky enough to be invited to the kind of ceremony for the new intensive care unit last night. That was an incredible experience for both of us. It was really neat to see kind of what the money that we're raising goes to help. And that new unit is going to be. It looked awesome. I was so blown away by how much care and planning went into everything. So that was a really cool experience.
Yeah, all the little details with the colors and the textures and like the angled windows for the nurses' stations, and it. Aside from the coat hook problem outside the bathrooms that we heard about, it sounds like everything was very well thought out, well ahead of time.
Yes,
Having
it
the
is.
kid in mind.
Yes, absolutely. It is a beautiful space, and as you kind of alluded to, it's a project that was made possible by programs like Extra Life and a lot of the philanthropy that we do in the community with our Children's Miracle Network partners. allow us to do projects like that. So about 70% of the funding for that new PICU project was made possible by the generosity of the community.
Awesome. Well, Kate, you are the hospital's rep for the Children's Miracle Network, from what I understand. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the Children's Miracle Network and how Extra Life fits into that?
Sure. Yeah. So Children's Miracle Network Hospitals is a network of hospitals, 170 children's hospitals across North America, with two main purposes. So CMN's mission is to create awareness about the needs of local children's hospitals and also to raise funds. So by being a member of this network of hospitals, we are afforded the opportunity to work with a lot of national partners at the local level. So for instance, Walmart, Rite Aid, Circle K, Ace Hardware, Dairy Queen, they're all national companies, but we get the opportunity locally to connect with them, make them feel connected to the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital, and give them the comfort in knowing that all of the fundraising that they do in the state of Maine stays in the state of Maine to benefit kids here. So my primary role is to be connecting with those national partners at the local level. But CMN also has a series of programs and events that they have rolled out over the years, with Extra Life being one of them. So Extra Life is just one of the national programs that is a part of Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Like I said, I think 6 or 7 years ago, we might be on year 7 now at the national level, and it has both at the national and local level just grown exponentially because, quite frankly, it's this completely new demographic that hospitals were not previously engaging in their fundraising efforts. And so it's this brilliant way of bringing this whole new group of people into the work that we're doing at the local hospitals.
I think Extra Life as a whole, it addresses a segment of the population that really hasn't been familiar or part of a lot of charitable efforts, at least in my experience. Prior to Extra Life and kind of getting involved, I never thought about donating to a children's hospital other than, you get hit up once in a while at like the counter when you're ringing up, do you want to donate your change or donate $1 to this or that? But Extra Life really puts it into the realm of making an effort to become part of the community that a lot of gamers probably would never have the opportunity to do. We tend to be, as a populace, kind of insulated where we're playing video games at home or going to game stores and kind of hanging out with the same people. Extra Life really seems to bring it to the forefront of, yeah, you can still do that, but you're also going to get a chance to make an impact on your local community, which is huge. Meaghan, tell us a little bit about what you do for Barbara Bush Children's Hospital. I know that you're kind of the local fundraising. You work with both Kate and another part of the charity team, correct?
Yeah. I kind of split my time between working with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals programs, the CMN stuff with Kate, and then also with more localized fundraising specifically. It's all for the Children's Hospital, but kind of those local Barbara Bush Children's Hospital events. So do a lot of that, and then I work with all of our third-party fundraisers. So everything from companies wanting to put on a golf tournament to the 6-year-old next door who wants to have a lemonade stand and raise funds for the hospital. So it's all kinds of different people, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool. So when you guys heard about Extra Life and it was becoming an actual a possibility at the hospital, what were your initial thoughts of it, based more with the other things that you had already had contact with?
I think it's a little bit. Oh, we're gonna do this. I think it's a little bit intimidating because when I think about gaming, it's maybe not necessarily I don't know, a community or a group that I know a whole lot about. I don't do a whole lot of video gaming or console gaming, but I do like to play games. So it's been a big learning experience for Kate and I. I mean, we wouldn't have known what Twitch was until like a year ago. But
And it's not dancing, we just found out.
what's that?
It's not dancing.
No. So don't ask us to dance. But, it is. It's funny because it is an obvious fundraiser. You know, people understand that you can get pledges when you run a marathon or when you do a 100-mile bike ride or whatever it is, and this is the same exact concept, but for some reason it's hard for people to wrap their heads around it. But that said, it's been a whole new demographic, a whole new community, and we're learning a lot, and just really enjoying our time working with all of the new people that we're meeting through our guild and out in the community with Extra Life. So I love that part of it.
So we've done our event, the marathon, for 2 years. This is our 3rd year coming up. So we've spent the time in the room with the gamers, with the cause, the idea in their mind, the set focus. But then you guys actually went to Extra Life United with us as well. And I know Jameson and I, when we walked into the gaming room and met those people, it was a whole different level from what we were accustomed to locally, and the people that we interact with who are passionate about this. What was your first reaction? I know you guys had your separate Momentum event, and you kind of snuck in to watch one of us win money. But how did you feel? How did you feel?
Who won money, Rob?
Room?
Who won money?
You won money. How did you guys feel walking into that room and seeing those players and those people and their Extra Life responsibilities, I guess?
That's a great question. I mean, I think the beauty of Momentum and Extra Life United as a new addition to Momentum is, I mean, it's nothing but amazing energy all week long at that conference. But the Extra Life United event definitely takes it to the next level as well. I mean, you know, we have a lot of great meetings throughout the week, but stepping into sort of that realm where everyone is competing. I mean, some areas were super quiet, you know, because it was like intense board gaming, and I don't know. It's just an amazing group of people, and so I think
Absolutely.
Megan and I can't speak for Megan, but there were moments where it was like, okay, I just want to stand here and watch for the next 4 hours. I don't want to go to the meetings that I'm supposed to go to. So that was the hard part, is not being able to stick around too much to watch you guys compete. But I would say to any hospital that's considering sending people to compete in Extra Life United, I mean, it was just the best decision and best experience for us to be able to have some of our local gamers down there competing on our behalf.
Yeah, just the energy in the room is amazing.
Yeah, and you guys were, for you it was more like a work trip. You had things to do, you had meetings you had to be at. I know for Rob and I, it was something that we took very seriously, but it was also an awesome time. It was just fun from start to finish. There was a lot of pressure. Obviously,
maybe for one of us.
For one of us, there was a lot of pressure. It was a very emotional experience. But the chance to meet and interact with the children and their families, and it was a powerful experience that I would absolutely encourage anybody that has any soul to take the chance. It will. I mean, there were a lot of tears that weekend. And
I was going to say, how many times did you cry?
You're going to do it right now.
I know that I cry at the drop of the hat, but Rob was also teary at some points, and
absolutely,
and it was an experience that I will never give up an opportunity to take again. So
it was life changing. It really was.
Absolutely.
It was a whole new leaving there, you left with a whole new drive, a whole new focus, a reason. You knew why you were doing this. We met, 70 other kids who weren't from Maine, and I want to go to every one of their states and donate to every one of their hospitals. It was you really put a face. We had known our local reps. We had known our local champion kid before, but then to see them with their peers and their others and our peers and our others who are focused on helping all these people, it completely lit a fire in us. It was, we're doing more, and that's still not enough at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part, I think, about raising money for a children's hospital is it never feels like it's enough, but that's what keeps you going, and that's the inspiration and the motivation right there. And I mean, you guys have done an incredible amount for the hospital already, and I mean, it's snowballing at this point, which is just fantastic to watch and see.
It really is, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. So the funds that Extra Life gets for Barbara Bush Children's Hospital. We talked about the PICU. Obviously, that was a big thing for Barbara Bush Children's Hospital. But what other kind of things do the funds go towards?
Megan, you want to take that one?
We get the fun job of raising the money, but we don't actually get a say in how the funds are spent. So kind of the leadership of the hospital will get together every year and determine what are the priorities, what needs to be done with the funds that we do raise. So it can be everything from, we have a fish tank on wheels, which sounds silly, but we have kind of in the atrium, that big sunroom in the middle of the inpatient unit, there's a fish tank built into the wall there. And when you bring kids in, that's the first thing they do is they run up and like put their hands on the tank and look in. And
how do they do it again? Can you tell us that one more time?
But some kids can't come out of their rooms or they can't get out of bed, whether they're that injured or sick or they're on precautions. So we have a fish tank on wheels that can go visit those kids in their rooms, and sometimes it can have a sleepover with the kids. So it's just kind of a soothing, relaxing thing that can come to them if they can't get out of bed. So something small like that all the way up to Angel One is an ambulance we were able to custom build and purchase a couple of years ago now, but it's a special pediatric transport ambulance. So it's big enough to fit a team of about 4 to 5 people who are specially trained to work on those tiniest and most critically sick or injured babies. And it travels all over the state. So they'll go pick up kids who need to come to the NICU here, because we have the only level 3 NICU in the state. And it has room for 2 incubators in the back. So if twins are born somewhere else and need to come to the hospital, they can travel together instead of needing 2 separate trips. So kind of a whole realm of things from a fish tank up to an ambulance.
Very cool. All right, let's move on to something important. What was the last board game you played?
Bonus questions.
Bonus questions. So over Valentine's Day weekend, so it's been since then since I've played a board game.
That's awful.
Settlers of Catan is my go-to with my
nice.
with my 2 friends that we get together with. Yep. Which they actually introduced me to a couple of years ago, and it's my favorite at the moment, at least. So love it. So I know when they announced that you guys would be playing that at Extra Life United, I was excited because
I know what that is.
I know what that is. I know how to win that. I never won.
I don't want to, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm kind of a champion at that. So.
Well, yeah, I'll probably never play you.
He likes to say world champion. International, just because Canada was there. It's international now.
Yeah.
Well done.
Kate is intimidated, we can tell.
Yeah. I will never play with you, Jameson.
What about you, Megan? What was the last board game you played?
Well, I love exploding kittens, but I think the last one I probably played was Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
Not really a board game, but
It
um,
counts.
it counts. Yeah, my family, every time we get together, we break that one out. So.
Your family? Like your parents?
Awkward.
Your parents?
Aunts and uncles, cousins. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think my mom's ever played, but
Well, you're not. It's in the rules. You're not supposed to play with your parents.
oh, breaking the law.
That's written. That's written in the rule book.
Oh, and Megan and I played Balderdash. Remember when we played Balderdash last year for Extra Life? No?
Yes, it was fun.
That didn't look convincing.
Yeah.
I used to play that one in college a lot too.
I'm terrible at it. I'm the worst liar.
So, Kate,
Yeah.
Kate, you've been to the marathon before. You came last year. You hung out for a while, and I heard that you and now Megan will both be coming this year.
I will
Was
be
I
there.
invited? I didn't
They're
get my
both like,
invite, Rob.
You didn't get your invite. How does it feel?
Yes, it is
So,
on my calendar.
Are you guys going to have time to just hang out, or hang out and play some games?
We plan on playing games. I don't know about hanging out, but
We won't talk.
Hanging out, working, or
Don't
hanging
talk
out
to me.
playing games.
Play the game. Leave me alone.
No, I mean there were a lot of. I'm trying to think of some of the games that were really cool looking last year. There was a Magic tournament going on at the same time last year, which I don't know how to play.
You don't need to know how to play.
Yeah, skip that one.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a money pit.
But it keeps those gaming stores in business, maybe.
It absolutely does.
Yes, so we will definitely be there, and looking forward to maybe learning a new game or two.
I'm sure we can
Although
arrange that.
Kate has said no King of Tokyo.
Never again.
What?
Never
What
again.
about King? What about King of New York?
If it's like King of Tokyo, no.
No.
Never.
It sounds like a story that needs to be told.
Yeah,
Did you have a
what
bad
happened,
experience?
what
Or?
happened with King of Tokyo?
it just didn't process in my brain. Like, I just could not succeed at that game ever. And I was playing with like 3 10-year-olds, and they were like getting bored with me, and they were like scrolling through their Facebook pages on their phones in between their turns because it would take me so long to figure out my next move. So never again.
All right, so we got to keep it light for Kate. King of
Connect
King of
4.
Tokyo.
I can rock and roll Connect 4 all day.
Ooh, Connect 4.
I bet Caverna would be a good one to show Kate.
I played Love Letter. I learned how to play that from our fellow guild friends.
All right.
So you're going to play in the tournament?
What tournament?
You get a tournament at the marathon. It's a love
We
letter
have a
tournament
love
for a
letter
massage
tournament.
gift certificate.
Oh, yeah. I'm down.
Cool. What time slot was that in, Rob? Was it 2 or
I think that was
4?
2 o'clock, I believe. It was either 2 or 4, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
PM.
So that would be perfect right before you have to go on stage to
No, Kate, they want you there at 2 a.m.
An overnighter.
All right. So
Just need a babysitter.
Yes.
So
My mother-in-law's visiting, so.
perfect. So we obviously have our sign up for our Extra Life team is on the webpage, the Extra Life webpage. We actually this year got, I think we're at 20 members now. Is that right, Jamie?
Yep, 20 team members.
We actually had a very interesting interaction happen where we dropped off paperwork for looking for donations for the raffle for the event, and we had someone join the team that no one knew who it was, and they've already raised $501.
No, they're actually up to more than that, 530 or something like that.
So we had no idea who this person was. We checked with each other to see if anybody knew who it was, and it's actually the manager of the place that we dropped off for a donation. And he moved from out of state to the area. He's now a part of the Extra Life team. He's coming to the event. He's raising money. He knows absolutely none of us. I actually stopped the other day and chatted with him for a half hour or so about games and the event. He's very excited to get back into a gaming community because he lost his by moving here. And then we have a bunch of other people who have gotten other people through just their friends to log in to sign up to raise money. And that's what is so cool about Extra Life. It's just easy to sign up. It's easy to do, and we're starting that chain reaction of knowing one person and it going down to the next to the next. But I thought it was really cool that we looked for a donation and we ended up getting. They still gave us a donation, and he's now signed into the group, and he is ecstatic to come play and to meet everybody.
That's
So
awesome.
cool.
His name is
So you're gonna be
Chris.
there?
Yep, he's already raised $531, and he
Awesome.
every time my phone, I get text notifications every time somebody on the team gets a donation, and most of the time it's him. So he's really embraced it, and he's doing everything right. If he's giving out custom card art for any of his donors, he'll put their face on a game of their choice. It's pretty cool. You should visit his fundraising page for some examples. It's pretty cool to see just the creative way that he's rewarding his donors. So.
And I think that's the coolest thing that I've seen with Extra Life in particular. So obviously, like as Megan mentioned, there's a lot of fundraisers out there that sort of use that peer-to-peer fundraising where you're sending an email out to your friends and family and asking them to sponsor you in doing something. Where Extra Lifers really go that extra mile in personalizing their page and creating different incentives and goals and things that they'll do or shave or tattoo or whatever it is if they meet certain fundraising thresholds.
Or wax their backs.
Wax their back.
What are you trying to say?
I know. It just shows the passion that's there, you know. It just shows the dedication to succeeding on behalf of the kids that they're supporting, and really going that extra mile. And that makes such a difference in the world of fundraising when that step is taken to personalize a page and to really show how committed a person is to that cause. It makes a huge difference. So that's really cool to hear.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Rob and I, we actually have a stretch goal that we're going to announce as we get closer to the event. As we get close to the goal, I just upped the goal to $20,000, which I think is definitely possible. We're sitting at 11,168 right now, but I know that one of our team members actually had created his own team, and he's up to about $400. So we're actually about 11.5. And we've got the Bangor Toy and Comic Con tomorrow that Rob and I will be at, selling raffle tickets, taking pledges, that kind of thing. Next Thursday is our big Five Guys event, which I think is going to be huge for us. I know it's our guild kickoff as well. And there's a number of things. I think the Rooster Teeth people are going to be there. They're having a meetup there at the same time. So I think we're going to have a ton of people there, and we're also going to be selling raffle tickets there. So I think
should we announce, Jamie, that our secret stretch goal? Should we just do that now?
We can, sure.
Did we decide on the number yet?
Well, I think if we hit 20,
because it keeps
changing. I think if we hit 20, it definitely has to happen.
I think we should do it before 20. I mean, I'm pretty ecstatic about it at any number.
Anyway, yeah. So okay, so 11,500. It's a stretch goal.
How about 14?
14?
We'll hit it. We'll do it at 14.
How about we do it at 15?
15. 1501.
That's only 3.5K. No problem.
All right, 15,000.
All right. What is
it? We, I don't really know how it started or how we thought of it or who thought of it or why, but we have decided, I guess, at 15,000, if we can hit that mark, Jamie and I are both going to be getting Extra Life tattoos.
Nice.
Awesome.
On our foreheads. Oh wait, no,
not foreheads. I don't think Melissa would be too ecstatic about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is.
So will you do
And
like the little controller with wings?
and the dice.
And
Gotta throw the dice in there.
Yeah, you gotta have the
whole
dice.
shebang.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when we do it, I would like to tape the thing so we can put it up on either Twitch or our website to kind of get the before and after. So
Yeah.
we'll make an event out of it.
We'll have to do a
That's
back
awesome.
shaving first.
My back isn't hairy. I don't know about yours, but
Yeah.
If
Well, we're
someone makes
definitely
a
gonna
big
get that.
donation, do they get to tattoo part of the tattoo?
you got any ideas or something? Or?
Yeah. What are you willing to donate?
Yeah. Throw out a number. We'll decide.
Okay.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
that's some sacrifice.
It's become a much bigger part of our lives than I think we both thought that it would when we started this.
Absolutely.
Working with you guys, you've made it easy. You're approachable. You're good with communication, except for invites, and
We invited you to
you
Florida.
you've made it easy for us to do this. You've made it easy for us to get the resources that we need, the information that we need. So it's become a huge part of our lives. I know that it's a personal sacrifice at home for me, having a little one, but Melissa understands what I'm doing, and she's beginning to see it more and more what it means to me, to us. And I think, like, she visited with the hospital with us last night, and I think that it put it into perspective. I think what we're doing, so she understands it, and it's almost like a hobby now. Like it's part of my daily routine to check a website, to email somebody, to look something up, to try to find something new, to raise money, to get information, a new idea. So yeah, it's a huge part now, bigger than I thought it ever would be.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure I've told the story before, but when I had this idea 2.5 years ago, I really thought it was just going to be a one-time thing. Oh, we'll do this for charity, and it'll be fun, and I'll get to meet some people, and that'll be it. Here we sit. This will be our 3rd year, and we went from $1,100 raised the first year to $5,600 last year to we're sitting at $11,500 this year, and I really think that we can hit 20K this year, and it's just going to keep snowballing, and every person that gets involved, every contact that we make makes it a little bit easier and makes it a little bit more widespread, and it's a powerful thing. Just talking to people about it gives me a sense of fulfillment, a sense of leaving an impact on the world, making my community a little bit better place, and that's an important thing. So that's my piece.
We are incredibly grateful to have met you guys, and the amount you're incredibly understanding of our lack of knowledge about all things related to the extra life world. You've taught us so much.
Oh, the knowledge is just beginning.
Well, and just your enthusiasm too. I mean, and not just with Kate and I, but with all of those people that you meet and the businesses you're talking to. You live and breathe this now, and I think that enthusiasm is so contagious, and that's the energy in the room when you go to Extra Life United. It's all of those people like you, but just who are so passionate about it coming together. And I don't know, what's that saying, like one enkindled flame can set hundreds on fire, or something like that, but just it just goes from there, the energy and passion you have for it. So we're lucky to have you on our team.
Well, we're lucky to have you, because I don't think we could do half of what we're doing without you pointing us in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Well, so I would love to ask you guys a question in terms of if there's somebody out there that's considering getting involved in Extra Life, or might be slightly apprehensive about reaching out to their friends and family to get involved. What you guys have obviously been so successful with your outreach. just any words of advice that you would have for somebody that's considering, maybe not going to the scale that you guys are where you're organizing an actual event, but just getting involved in general with Extra Life.
Absolutely.
What would you say?
Well, I think the biggest part of it is, like you said, you don't have to go to the scale that we are or that we want to get to. We know people who, Extra Life has a day in November, but you don't have to do it on that day. You don't have to do the 24-hour marathon. You don't have to get 50 people in a room. You can get with 3 of your friends on a Saturday night and play games to, ask your mom, ask your neighbor. You can raise $20 the first year. You can do it more than one time a year. It's not you have to do this. This is when you have to do it. This is who you have to do it with. And like Jamie said, the first year that we did it, it was a joke. It was, hey, let's do this. Let's see what happens. Let's see where it goes. This could be fun for the day. And the next year, it grew exponentially. And this year is already shaping up to be even crazier than last. And you don't have to have a professional anything to do this. You can sit in your room, in your den, your bedroom, your living room. You could set up your laptop in your kitchen. It's so easy now to stream things with Twitch, to get online, to share through social media what you're doing. One little email, one little status saying, hey, I'm going to do this. I want to raise some money. Does anybody want to give me any? And the next thing you know, you have a handful of money. Sometimes it really is that simple. And then we've learned so much from our mistakes that we've made every year. We've learned from things that people did and didn't like, and you can change those the next year. It's not a set system, and that's, I think, the best part about this is you can do it in so many different ways that cater to you and your lifestyle and your availability.
Absolutely. And to go along with what Rob said, there's the easiest way to make a big impact is to align yourself with people that feel the same way as you do. The $11,000 we've raised is not all from one person. It's from a team effort. We have 20 team members, and they range from $25, $30 donated to $500, $600 donated, $1,000 in Rob's case. If you align yourself with those kind of like-minded individuals, find people that and get together. Extra Life is about building a sense of community and making our community a little bit better. It's not hard to find people online to game with. It's not hard to find a board game group to sit down and play games with. And if everybody chips in $20, $30, if you play a game, you got 5 people. That's $150 right off the bat with almost no effort. I mean, you spend $30 going out to dinner sometimes, or dinner and a movie, or it starts off small, but as you keep up with it, more and more people will see the impact that you have, and that's what it's all about. I have relatives that are just blown away that I've done this thing every year for the past 3 years, and what they don't realize is it's not hard. It's just a matter of asking. Just ask. That's all you have to do is ask.
Yep.
You're not obligating anybody to donate to you, but some people have an extra $20 they'll throw your way, or an extra $100. You never know until you ask.
Word.
Word. Wow.
Well, thank you. That's awesome.
Any other questions you guys have for us?
What's the last board game you played?
I played
Turn the
Star
table.
Wars Rebellion last Tuesday, and it was awesome. I know Rob's like, I'm not gonna play that game.
No.
But it was awesome.
I again was not invited to play.
Oh, Rob.
That's happened to me twice this week.
Twice.
If you guys are trying to tell me something, just tell me to my face.
I think Joe probably didn't invite you because I told him I couldn't make it, and then I last minute said, yeah, I can make it. So, and
That's
you also
probably
said,
not it.
I'm not going to the store.
No, because it's a 4-hour board game.
It was. We were there till almost 10 o'clock. So
Exactly. It was a school night.
yeah, gotta live footloose and fancy free like me.
What about you, Rob? What
The
was
last game I played, actually, the last time I was asked this question, is still the same board game, and that is Paw Patrol Memory that I played with Sawyer the other day. And I'm not getting any better at it, and he is. Yeah, that's unfortunately and fortunately, Sawyer he's already, he wants to roll the dice. As Jamie can attest, Sawyer single-handedly beat him in a game of bottom of the ninth one night. But yeah, he's already taken to, I want to roll the dice, I want to hold the cards, I want to move the pieces, which is great. We have a couple of counting games, a couple of matching games that we've been playing, and it's great when he wants to play, but at the same time, I want to play something a little bit more than memory. But we'll get there. We will eventually get there.
Patience, Rob. Come on.
Patience. I don't have any patience. Let's go.
Oh, all those good childhood games, though. Like, I don't know, Candyland, Sorry,
Uncle Wiggly.
Hungry Hippos.
Sorry is not a good game.
Operation.
Sorry creates enemies.
That's why it's called Sorry.
Yeah, but no one's ever sorry. If you were sorry, you wouldn't make me go back to home.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Battleship, too. That was another favorite.
Your eyes just got really big.
Whoa, Battleship.
Battleship. Trivial Pursuit. Trivia Pursuit. Trivial Pursuit?
Trivial. It's trivial.
It's trivial?
It is very trivial.
Wow.
Oh, even though I'm terrible at it.
We played that bar game last night at Binga's with, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the weather guy, right?
Is he weather or sports? I don't remember.
Sports.
Yeah, he was hosting some Family Feud style trivia game last night at the bar. So we were doing well until I blew it. But
Was it your question that blew it?
I kind of outthought myself, so I think I do that. Too smart for my own good.
Yeah,
I was
we lost.
Thinking down to the bar crowd level.
It was Family Feud style.
So, yeah. Well, any other questions you guys have or anything else you want to talk about before we wrap things up?
No.
I guess
not. Yes. So, like we said, Jamie and I are heading to Bangor tomorrow. We'll be at the Toy and Comic Con selling raffle tickets, raffling off a set of Cards Against Humanity, a full set, expansions included. So we'll be doing. Kate's interested. It's worth the 3-hour drive.
Yes.
We'll be doing that this Saturday, and then next Thursday, the 14th, we're heading to Five Guys in South Portland, where we will be having 10% of all proceeds between 5 and 8 p.m. will be donated to the hospital. We will also be selling our raffle tickets again. We will be raffling off a set again, full set of Cards Against Humanity. So if you don't want to drive to Bangor, Megan, you can get that in South Portland. We'll also be raffling off a 4-pack of Sea Dogs tickets for their May 1st game. And then it will be April 30th, on to the big event at Crossroad Games in Standish. 24 hours of board games, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sunday. We'll be selling raffle tickets for both our large and small raffles. We have door prizes. We have free handouts. We have a bunch of other little goodies that will be there. Kate and Meaghan will be there. We're going to talk to the big group a little bit about Extra Life, some of the things we mentioned today, and maybe a few other things. We're hoping to get a few friends on to talk with us as well that we've met from Extra Life United. And we'll be having food. We have T-shirts for anybody that's raised over the $100. We have dice. We have What else do we have, Jamie?
We've got a number of scheduled events. We have, like I said, the Love Letter Tournament, which we'll be playing, and the prize for that is the massage gift certificate.
Yep, 90-minute massage.
90
yep,
minutes,
from
even better.
90-minute from Heart Path Massage in
Yep.
Portland.
So that'll be a nice little prize for somebody. We've got the Diamonds Tournament. That will be giving away a $25 gift card to Wyndham Jewelers.
Yep.
So that'll be a nice little prize. We've got Liar's Dice at midnight against the champion.
The world champion.
World international champion. This guy. That will be for a $50 Miniature Market gift card, which is an awesome prize. They sell just about everything at Miniature Market. And we had one more scheduled. Oh, it was the Team Codenames tournament.
Team Codenames.
Yeah, and everybody in your team will get free movie tickets, so that'll be a fun one. And that's for Smitty's.
Yeah,
and a shirt from Smitty's.
A Smitty's shirt and a movie pass. That's right.
So those are the scheduled events. The guys from Flip the Table will be there for the event. They may or may not be podcasting live from there. We're not sure yet, depending on technology. But they will be there. They may be running a Heartthrob tournament, which is kind of one of the things they're known for. We'll see if we can get Dave involved in that.
We won't have to do much to get Dave involved.
No. So yeah, we're gonna have some pretty cool stuff going on. Everybody that shows up is gonna get a deck box from Ultra Pro, just for showing up. You don't have to do anything; just grab one.
We also have some demo games going on.
Absolutely.
We have a Civil War Legendary setup from Rob Martin. Basically, the movie comes out the next weekend, Marvel Civil War, and he has altered the game so that we can play two teams, Iron Man versus Captain America. So he'll be playing that with us. John will be running some Zombicide demos, which is a zombie survival game. And then Rob is also going to be running Star Trek Fleet Captains, which is a Star Trek miniature space battle game. So we got some big games that if you want to check them out, they'll be there to try, and those guys are definitely the experts on those games, so they'll be able to answer all the questions that you may have.
And Kate and Meaghan, you guys are both signed up for all of those games, so you better set aside the weekend. No, seriously, we do really appreciate you guys coming on and talking about Extra Life with us, talking about the Children's Hospital and kind of what Extra Life does for it. We're really grateful that you guys are part of our support team. Like Rob said, you make it easy. Everything you do makes our job as fundraisers much, much easier, so thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
And that's
Likewise, that's what we should be thanking you.
I know. I feel we can say thank you a million times, but it still wouldn't be enough. We're just so appreciative. I mean, as people who, it's our job to plan these events and do fundraising, and we know you make it sound easy, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, and we really appreciate all that hard work, and so thank you again.
Well, you guys will get to see me freaking out like a madman on the day of, as Rob can attest to.
2 weeks leading up to.
Yeah. Well,
probably tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
We'll start freaking out
now that I'm
tomorrow.
thinking about it. Ah! No, seriously, we do appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you on the 30th, and we will absolutely have you guys.
We'll see them on the 14th.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
see you next
true.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gotta eat some burgers and fries for the kids.
Excellent.
I'll eat fries for all the kids.
It's rough
All
duty, I
the
know.
children.
It's a hard thing to do, but we'll take one for the team, as they say. So.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right.
thanks for inviting us on, guys. This was really fun. Another
Yeah.
new experience for us.
Well, we'll definitely have you on again. So keep it in the back of your mind. You get to use those fancy headsets. One more time. So,
Kate did. Mine's over there.
you're like, I don't need no.
You don't need no headset.
So, with that, we will wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you're watching after the fact, thank you for watching us. Keep an eye on Facebook.com/Chits and Bits. You can tweet us at Chits and Bits, or Rob at Sawyer's Pop, and I am On the Trail Gamer at On the Trail Gamer. I will be leaving for the Appalachian Trail on May 14th, so I may be incommunicado for a while, but I will be raising money for Extra Life. So I will check in. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you again.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. What do I do now?
You got to give it about 10 seconds before the stream actually ends. So.
Yeah.
Is this the time for your solo, Kate?
Okay, she's out.
Take it away,
She left. I'm done. Mic drop.
I'm done.
I guess she had to go to bed.
She passed out with the headset on on the couch.
I'm never taking this off again.
All right, we are clear. So.
Thanks, Megan.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Have a good night, guys.
You too. We'll talk to you later.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.